Ken's our final caller on this program, but we're going to do another program after this, so hang on if you're on the line here. And then after that, that'll be 12 o'clock Pacific time, Dave and I do the webinar, and the webinar is on anger. So if you are angry or you are living with an angry person, we're going to help you. So come join us for that. Ken, how are you?
Good. How are you guys?
Good. Doing well. What's going on in your life today?
I guess my question would be related to the fact that I've had to set a boundary because of some parental issues between myself and my wife and my parents.
Okay.
And
tell us specifically what you're talking about.
Now, who'd you set the boundary with, etc.?
Yeah, sure. I set the boundary with my parents. They had the situation arises because my wife and I both feel that there has been the treatment, especially of my wife, has just been unfair, and it's not something that we have chosen that we want to put up with, so to speak. Their expectations of her, their demands of her.
Well, can you be specific about that? Like, give us an example of where they blatantly mistreated your wife.
We lived in the same city as them for years, and they expected her to be certain ways, and when she did not fit that,
be specific with me so I understand.
Yeah, sure. We went to their church, and I was on staff at the church. They expected her to do certain things, like she had to do a small group study, and if she didn't do it, because we had just had like our first child, and she didn't feel that she could lead a women's Bible study immediately after having our first child, they said, okay, well then you're not going to be able to be in ministry at all in the church.
Oh, brother. Okay, so we get it.
A lot of expectations.
All right. So what's the question for us? Really crummy situation.
Yeah, crummy. And it's gotten to the point in recent years, the reason I'm calling in, because it's just a very emotional, heavy weight. Mm-hmm. In recent years, we don't live in the same town at all anymore.
Okay.
But it has gotten to the point where we have desired to put the past completely behind us and just have a family relationship with them. They are to the point where they will not talk to us unless we do it on their terms.
Okay.
So
wow.
Okay. So they've decided to not talk to you.
Right. Well,
Okay.
I'm okay with that mentally, because I know that what we're doing is the right thing. We've set a boundary that this is what it's going to be. But emotionally, I'm torn up. Yeah. I was very close to my family, and now it's been 8 months, and I haven't talked to them, and they won't talk to us.
Okay, let me say this. You are to be congratulated.
Yes.
You did what we rarely hear done.
Rarely.
You took up for your wife.
Yeah,
you made the right choice.
Your loyalty was to your wife.
And your job...
You left and cleaved.
Your job is to hurt over your family. That's your job. Hurt over them and not give in to them knowing you're hurting.
Okay.
But one of the ways...
I know it mentally, but emotionally it's tearing me up.
But we can help you with that other piece.
But here's what I would do, Ken. I would send them emails. I would send them pictures of the grandchild.
There you go.
I would send them a card with a picture inside of it. I would just reach out to them in ways that do not compromise your stand that you've taken.
Yeah.
And just with grace and with love, this is going to help you internally, and that's the purpose of it, is to deal with what's going on inside of you. So I would stay in
responding
contact
to them
with them
like an adult, because you're wanting to be treated like an adult.
Ken?
Yes.
Your caller of the day. Because we're proud of you. You're standing up for your wife.
Yes.
It's just not easy.
But we know that it's really hard.
But I think Dave's got you on the right track of reaching out to them, communicating with them.
just periodically.
Yeah, letting them know you want to be in relationship.
But that doesn't mean you have to talk to them.
No.
It's
you
just
send them a
all
card. You email them. You email a picture.
Right.
Periodically.
Telegrams,
every other week or so.
Telegram's probably a little too distant, but email and